Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot, and I'm just here to give you your daily message from Spirit. I am under the weather today, so my voice is not what it normally is, but I wanted to go ahead and put something out for Taurus because it's been a few days. I hope you're all well and you had a wonderful holiday season so far, and I hope that you're all going to have an amazing new year, and 2024 is right around the corner. So let's go ahead and get started and see what comes out for you today, Taurus. This is just a general reading. We're just going to see what Spirit has to say for you. Look at that. You have the King of Pentacles. I love that. So, okay. So I wanted to, sorry, I had to get some water. So I wanted to say, that in terms of my reading style, I typically shuffle before the reading, and then I'll cut the decks and pull from the top. And the reason why I do this is because it not only saves time, but it also can be quite noisy, and I know a lot of people don't like the sound of the shuffling of the cards. But do understand that if I'm cutting the deck and pulling from the top, it is still a random message, okay? Because I know some people like certain styles, but other people like certain styles. And as a reader, we can't please everybody, okay? So I just have to say that. A little PSA. I'm going to shuffle them out today, but this is not normally how I do it because it does take time. It is louder, and it cuts into the reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here. I don't know what I'm doing because I normally get 5 cards, but I got distracted when I had to pause the video to go get some water, and I just seem to be all over the place today. I'm so sorry. I am kind of sick. So let's just go ahead and stick with what we have today, Taurus. All right, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool card, and you have the Four of Wands. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Crone, the Seven of Wands. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's the Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Queen of Cups, the Emperor, full Four of Wands here, okay? So what I'm seeing from your reading here is, you start out with the King of Pentacles. And I feel like, in terms of, like, if we're thinking in terms of finances and stability and that kind of thing in your life, right now you have the Six of Swords. Like, you have the High Priestess and the Six of Swords. And I think that really what this is about is that, like, because you have the choice in the Four of Wands, like, you're reassessing your stability in your life. You're reassessing your money, you're reassessing maybe the type of job you do, or if you feel like it's bringing in sufficient income. You could be assessing whether or not you should add in, a second stream of income, a side hustle, things like that. But I think that as we near the end of the year, you're definitely reaching a point of making a choice. Like, I just kind of get this sense that, like, you're sort of like filtering out, like, what isn't working for you in terms of your finances, your stability, your career, and things like that. It could literally come down to things like canceling subscription services that you don't need and things like that as well. But I'm also kind of feeling like, there is this great potential for increase as well. But because you have the Crone here, like, this also has to do with, like, wisdom. It has to do with your experience, what you've learned over time, and how you are able to use your own personal wisdom to create more magic in your life, to create more possibilities, more opportunities, right? And I feel a little bit like with this energy, I feel, Taurus, it's kind of like you don't really want to waste time. Like, I get this really strong energy of, like, not, like, I almost want to cry. Like, it's like I'm tired of wasting time. I'm tired of wasting time doing the wrong thing. I'm tired of wasting time doing the things that I felt like I was always supposed to do, and putting what's in my heart, what's in my dreams on the back burner. Because you have the Seven of Wands, and a lot of the times the Seven of Wands for me can be standing up again for yourself, like, against all odds, right? Because in the traditional depiction of the Seven of Wands, he is standing up higher than the other people below, like holding a wand, defending himself against their wands, right? Sorry, I had to pause because my nose got really stuffed up. It's kind of like, taking the higher ground and deciding like I'm choosing my way. I'm choosing my own path for myself, right? And I'm doing what feels right to me. And I feel like you're doing this based off of your experience. It could also be that you look up to somebody, like you look up to somebody, who's paved the way in front of you. And you're like, wow, I really want to do things like they do it, or I really want what they have, things like that. Like, but I definitely feel like this is the energy of, even if you realize that there could be some opposition to what choices you're going to make, you're still going to do it anyway. And I think that you're still going to do it anyway because I feel like, honestly, like for so long you may have really considered or over considered what all the other variables outside of you were. That could be other people's opinions, that could be what you were taught, it could be your outdated belief systems, your negative patterns of thinking. Like, you gave too much weight to those things. And because I feel like you gave so much weight to those things, like, it really inhibited your ability to be wild and free. And I honestly feel for you, Taurus, like that's what you want. Like, you want this. Like, you want to be wild and free. I feel like that that's in your bones. And it's like, but you want a certain amount of structure, but at the same time, it's like you want to do the structure in a way that resonates, or you want to build the structure in a way that resonates with your spirit. And I'm getting that from these two bottom of the deck energies, which are your overall energies. It's like these two combined. It's like you want the stability, but you want to open up more doors, more pathways for yourself, right? As well. And I feel like it's like, you see how this individual is crying right here? It's a shedding process, okay? It's like, that in order for you to really embrace the opportunities, the light, the healing, the growth, the evolution in your life, all this person right here, it's like, that you have to shed something. You have to shed it. And I feel like you also have to overcome your fear of uncertainty because of that snake. Because honestly, at the end of the day, life is unpredictable. It will always be unpredictable, especially for Taurus. As long as Uranus is in Taurus until April 2026, life is going to continue to be unpredictable. And an important question for you to ask is, how am I keeping myself from being free? And just rolling with the punches and, seeing how things flow and taking chances and taking risk and going for it and facing the fear and doing it anyway. What is stopping me? And I understand, I kind of even hear it. Like, I kind of hear like the whole like, well, because I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this. I feel you. I'm a single mom. I get it. I totally get that. But I also feel like there are certain risks that are ready and waiting for you to take. And it really all comes down to, are you going to do it? Are you going to take the leap? Are you going to go ahead and give it a try? Or are you going to say, nah, maybe later, maybe next time? Because that brings us over here to the Eight of Wands here. Eight of Wands is always about like really quick forward movement, okay? And there can be a little bit of impulsivity in that card, even electricity, feeling alive, just vibrancy. It's a really incredible energy to be in, I feel. It's like things just move very quickly, right? Which is a little uncomfortable, I think, for Taurus. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, Taurus. Because underneath that, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor. This is the divide right here. It's like, I think on one hand, Taurus, it's like you want to hang on to the sense of security that you have. And it's like you kind of hold yourself back. That's the thing about the Four of Pentacles that I see a lot. Like, this for me a lot of the times is the card of standing in your own way. It's like, it's how we hold ourselves back. It's like we want to hang on to every single thing that we have because this is the comfortable space, right? But like, everybody knows like that real growth, real evolution, real development is outside of your comfort zone. This is the comfort zone. And the Emperor is somebody who pushes past barriers, pushes past comfort zones. Because at the end of the day, that's the Aries. That's Aries. That's a cardinal sign. That is the first sign of the zodiac. You know, that's the sign that gets things moving, like propel. It's a sign that propels movement, right? And then Taurus is after that, and like then Taurus builds the structure around it. You know, it's like Aries kind of spearheads, and then it gets to Taurus, and Taurus is like, okay, and I'm going to make this stable. I'm going to solidify this, right? And I think that it's kind of like Spirit is telling you it's time to embody both of those energies. You can be the one that solidifies it. You can be the one that creates the stability around the ideas, the inspiration, the forward movement. Like, you can be the one that does that, but you can also be the one that takes the movement or makes the moves, like takes the risk, puts yourself out there, tries new things, you know, setting new trends for yourself. I'm also kind of getting a little bit of like vision board kind of energy here. You know, it's like you have a vision for yourself, right? And I get that with that crone energy and this high priestess, like having a vision for yourself, like seeing, like, you know, like prophesizing even how things are going to unfold for you in the next few years, right? But there's always a little component that I feel like a lot of people miss about manifestation, and that's intentional action. You know, it's like, you know, if you manifest a job that you want, but you don't update your resume and put it out there, you know, it's like you manifest a relationship, but you never leave your couch. Like, you know, it's going to delay it. It doesn't mean it's not going to come in. It's just going to delay and delay and delay and delay. And I think that you have a vision for your future. You have a vision for what you want to happen, or even like, you know, it's going to happen. But there are action steps that you need to take, you know, to release yourself from the comfort zone and really start taking charge of your own destiny. And here's the thing I was talking about in the last Taurus reading, like, you know, like doing what you desire, or manifesting what you desire, and allowing yourself to receive your destiny. The thing is that there are some things, I mean, I'm an astrologer, so I do, you know, there are things that just, even based off of our like astrology placements, that we're supposed to do in this lifetime, that we're supposed to learn. Like, there are things that are predestined for us. That's why we co-create with the universe. But then there are also times that we create our own destiny. We decide what we want, and we decide the course of action that we're going to go in. And we start taking steps here, but ultimately, you know, the universe does decide timing. I mean, that's why we're co-creating. We're just co-creating with the universe, you know. We're one mind with the universe, but we're still co-creating. And so there is going to be this period for you here in the near future, Taurus, where I think that you're just going to go for it. Like, you're just going to take that action. You're going to take that step. You're going to decide to say, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. You're going to decide to say, you know what? It's worth it to try. It's worth it to go for it. You know, why not, right? Look at that. You have the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck again. Honestly, Taurus, I mean, this can be about your stability, your home life, but I'm really getting like this is also about you taking charge of your own destiny when it comes to your career and your finances. Page of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. I knew the star. I felt the star card. I felt it. And it's underneath the Wheel of Fortune here. The Devil is poking out of the deck. And that's this. I think your comfort zone is the Devil. It is. I think that honestly, you know, and procrastination could be the Devil for you. And I think that honestly, like what I'm getting here is that you have to allow yourself to be excited about new experiences, you know, and even like visualize yourself celebrating these new ideas and these new creations for yourself and these new ventures for yourself, like celebrating how you're going to feel on the other side when this comes to fruition for you. Because it really is time to get out of the self-doubt and the outdated mindsets. Yeah, look at that, the Fool card, and really set yourself free. Really, you got the Fool again. Like, really set yourself free and say, you know what? I'm gonna... No, I already said that. Face the fear and do it anyway. I guess that's what was trying to come to me. I'm kind of foggy-headed, but... I think it's really just saying, I'm going to face some fear and do it anyway. I'm going to put myself out there no matter what happens. And do I feel like there is success for you? Yeah, but I think that the most successful thing that you do is make this change and put yourself out there and just see what happens. Just see what happens, like... Honestly, because I think that so often people will not do something because they're so afraid of failure. They're so afraid of something not working out or not panning out. Like, they're so afraid, and then they don't do it, and then they end up later on filled with regret. And it's like, well, you're never going to regret trying and doing something, no matter what happens, because at least you'll know you tried. But if you don't do it and you stay in your comfort zone, you'll regret it, And I think that that's what Spirit is trying to say to you here. Face the fear and do it anyway. Give it a shot. Like, what's it going to hurt? Like, if you have a career shift here that you've been wanting to make, but you're so scared to do it, what's it going to hurt to just try? It's not, I feel like Spirit's not saying like, just leave your job and, and then go find another one. No, like, put your feelers out and see what happens. And you could be pleasantly surprised on what happens, and then you can think about leaving your job. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get you a closing oracle message, Taurus. If you're looking for a personal session, you can book on my scheduler down below. Please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me grow my channel. Also, I will be starting a community of a membership community in January. So I do hope to see some of you there. I will post the details in January. All right, closing oracle message for Taurus. Purification activates vibrant life source. This is what I'm talking about. It's like what you're needing to purify yourself from, Taurus, is hanging on or holding back or, just trying to stay in your comfort zone because you're scared. Okay. And then also it could be purifying you from experience that that you've just honestly outgrown. Like, you've just outgrown them. Embracing enthusiasm, like I said, like allowing yourself to get excited about life, like shout to the heavens with happiness as if your manifestation has already happened. Feel it in your bones, feel it in your chest, like shout all the way, like say it from your chest to the universe. Oh my God, thank you so much for making this happen for me. Like, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much. Like, you know what I mean? And feel it. Jump up and down for joy with so much enthusiasm, like so much gratitude, thanking the universe for bringing this around for you, And then start taking the action steps, because honestly, I feel like miracles seriously can happen and are going to happen for you, Taurus. Trust that there is a divine plan. I think that honestly, you've been going through this period in your life. Maybe it's felt like a desert, honestly, and it's because there were some valuable life lessons to learn, right? It was time to really look at your experiences and really re-identify where your magic is, where your power source is. Like, a lot of the times, like for me as a person, I find that my power is not always in myself. Sometimes, like, it is about handing my power over to the universe and trusting the divine plan for me. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this helps. Sorry that I'm sick, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.